The Honorable Ndindi Nyoro, you want to contribute to this one? Yeah, proceed. Give him the mic.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for this chance to contribute to this motion. One, Honorable Speaker, as the members have heard and checked in the report from the committee, it is the fact that we are here in this House in the year 2026 discussing about an audit on the year 10 years ago, Honorable Speaker, of 2016-2017. Honorable Speaker, that calls upon all of us in this House and all the other bodies concerned, and especially the Office of the Auditor General, that audit that overstays too much and gets caught up with time, sometimes it can actually get irrelevant. Because some of the issues that we must always deliberate on in this House, Honorable Speaker, are issues that are concerning, Honorable Speaker, even the officers who are currently in the offices. But when we discuss a motion, and especially a motion based on the audit that is a decade ago, Honorable Speaker, I think to a large extent, because audit is also about accountability, it is actually accountability delayed, which is accountability denied, Honorable Speaker. And I hope we can improve, all of us, and especially all the committees that do on the side of audit, Honorable Speaker, so that we be a little bit more realistic in terms of time and audit. And it's not just about this committee, Honorable Speaker, all the other committees, including PAC and PIC. I think it is important that we try to fast track, and especially also the Office of the Auditor General to also facilitate that, so that we are a bit not so archaic when we are discussing matters, Honorable Speaker. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, it is important that we are discussing the audit report in terms of the NGCDF board. And as members know, the board is very significant in terms of their role in the businesses that we do in our constituencies, Honorable Speaker, of serving the people of Kenya. And I want to laud our courts because, as you know, Honorable Speaker, there has been a lot of issues which are still also currently there in the corridors of justice, insofar as NGCDF is concerned. Honorable Speaker, NGCDF as a member of parliament who also oversights the Kiharu NGCDF, like all the other NGCDF's committees across the country. We have seen the kind of transformation it has done in our villages, and especially when it comes to improving education standards in Kenya. Just before I came here, Honorable Speaker, I was in Kiharu in a school called Githagara Primary School, which is actually a public primary school, which had a transition of over 50% transitioning to national schools. Like half of the students or pupils or candidates actually getting what is currently now called EE. And a school like Githagara Primary, just like many others that are supported by NGCDF, I had a privilege even today to officially commission a laboratory in a primary school because of JSS, Honorable Speaker, and also like a block of 8 classrooms. And Honorable Speaker, that just shows how transformative NGCDF has been when it comes to serving Kenyans, and especially on the side of education. It has been in the public domain, and I'm sure, Honorable Speaker, you could have also seen it. Because when we talk about specific constituencies, we're also talking about the entire Kenya. I am so glad that because of NGCDF, for example, Kiharu constituency, which is a very expansive constituency with over 110 public primary schools, including the one I was in today, they look like academies. All pupils actually step on tiles, courtesy of NGCDF, purely NGCDF. I am also glad, Honorable Speaker, that even not just the hard part of building laboratories and classrooms and halls, even on the other side of the soft side of education, when it comes to making sure that learners are in school. We run a program called Kiharu Masomo Bora, Honorable Speaker, where the basis of it and the bulwark and the cornerstone of it is NGCDF. And learners in Kiharu actually only pay 500 shillings per term as school fees. And they eat in school from Monday to Saturday. And of course, the last Friday of the month, they enjoy themselves by taking chapati for lunch. across all the 65-day secondary schools, covering over 12,000 learners. Honorable Speaker, that is just part of it, because I know many honorable members here support day schools. Just like Kiharu also, we support also boarding schools in terms of bursaries, short courses, TVETs, universities and colleges, and the rest. And I'm just saying this because, Honorable Speaker, there cannot be an audit of NGCDF board without the existence of CDF itself. I think it is important that even as we define issues, even in the judicial system, they have all the latitude to determine, but being too straitjacket sometimes without looking at the circumstances of Kenya as it is, and economic development level of Kenya as it is, I think it is important that we incorporate all that so that we see the role NGCDF plays, and especially in making sure that our communities develop. As I go to the finish, Honorable Speaker, I have interacted in many ways with the Office of the Auditor General. And this is one of the offices, including the personnel and Madam CPA herself, that have seen a lot of patriotism when it comes to the service of the Kenyan people. That is one of the government organizations, Honorable Speaker, where whatever they do is, whatever they preach is actually what they take. And I call upon us, as we will be debating the budget policy statement later on and the estimates, that we capacitate the Office of the Auditor General by sufficiency of resources so that, Honorable Speaker, they can enlarge their scope. Many of the public schools, as we talk, are actually not covered by the Office of the Auditor General, basically just because of lack of capacity. It is important that we capacitate them, we give them resources to employ more personnel and also systems so that the audit they do, Honorable Speaker, can be wider and incorporate much more. Special audits also are important. Special audits in terms of money, but also in terms of processes. Many times we only check about money. We audit money. But sometimes the processes and the decisions made by leaders cost Kenyans much more, Honorable Speaker, than the money we debate here. Currently, Honorable Speaker, there are various things happening in the country, including the Kenya Pipeline IPO, which by yesterday was actually undersubscribed. But yesterday, the closing day, many parastatals like NSSF that is audited by the Office of the Auditor General and also in this House, received calls, Honorable Speaker, to put in workers' money in a venture where their own analysts had ruled it out. Entities like KCB, where the government only has 19%, is so overbearing as to give a phone call for KCB to put in billions of money into an IPO where their internal experts had already ruled it out. The same with superannuation fund, the same with Kenya Re. Some of these processes, Honorable Speaker, they cost our country dearly. And it is important that we capacitate the Office of the Auditor General for them to arrest such kind of matters as they happen. Because if we allow these kind of things to keep on happening, Safaricom IPO comes, we talk a lot of Kiingereza, we sell it for a song, then we audit it 10 years later. These kind of things, Honorable Speaker, needs to be done timely when they are relevant so that we save Kenyans from the loss of resources and especially from political bulldozing of institutions that are otherwise independent. I submit, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Ndindi. The Honorable Mukunji.